Hey, what's going on, everybody? Mickey,
Hi, everyone.
how we doing? How's everybody doing tonight?
Man, I'm doing great. You doing great, Tom?
Can't complain. Hey, is it working for once?
Oh, what? I see you. What are you talking about?
No.
Yeah.
Are you?
Totally.
It's working.
It's
It's totally
working.
working.
Yes.
Aha, I got it to work. Yeah. Well, if you guys can't tell, it's time to talk about some Fantastic Four. But as always, it's Monday night. It's 8 o'clock. You know what time it is. It's time to start your week off right here on Nerd Initiative. Play for Keeps the Show. This week, we're talking about the Fantastic Four. Mickey, it's clobbering time.
Yeah.
And what is going on, everybody? Sorry, I phased back in so you guys could see me. How's everybody doing this week? Everybody's doing good?
I think everyone's doing great. I hope.
I think everybody's doing fantastically. I mean, it is the most wonderful week of the year. We have, Fantastic Four, and we have San Diego Comic-Con this week.
Big
But
time.
just so everybody knows, we are going to focus in just on Fantastic Four. We have a whole thing lined up for next week. We're going to do our collectors recap. So don't worry about it. We're good. We're here. We're with you. We're not there. We wish we were, but you know what? To those of our team that's actually out there, shut up.
I need that Marvel Snap 3-pack with Rogue and Sauron. Just saying.
No, dude, I want that. I want that GI Joe Cold Slither.
I also need that Void Rivals 3-pack. Just saying.
Okay, wait. Are you just kissing up to Ken? Because I think Ken needs that Void Rivals 3-pack. Let's be honest.
I want that. That was a great moment in comic books, and I was like, dude, that's awesome.
Yep. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Nerd Initiative. My name's Off the Cuff Tom, Nerd Initiative's pop culture connoisseur. And with me, as always, he's the voice of Nerd Initiative. He is the human to my torch. He is Mickey CWK Smith. What's going on, Mickey?
Oh man, like I said, not a lot. Yeah, there's so much stuff going on this week. I'm actually going to GalaxyCon Raleigh this weekend, happening at the same time as San Diego Comic-Con. So there's a lot going on. I'm super excited and busy. But yeah.
Very, very nice. Very nice. So quick question. Any pickups this week?
I do have one that
and do you have it ready?
I do. And I wasn't
That's
expecting
fantastic.
I wasn't expecting to get this. I didn't even know it existed, honestly. I just saw it in Target. I don't buy a lot of Funkos, right? Not anymore anyway. But my Ninja Turtles at heart just couldn't pass this up.
Of course.
And I always thought the Bitty Pops were stupid. I'm just gonna say it out loud. Like, I'm not buying those things.
There's a reason we haven't done Pops yet here on the show, folks, because we have some very interesting and unique opinions. And because it's the home of pop culture positivity, we've kind of left those to ourselves.
All that said, your boy might have just been sold on at least the TMNT line, because this thing is rad. I got the sewer layer.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, that's coming home with me. $25 for this? That's a steal. Yeah, it folds up. It's the same size as like a Funko box, which is really cool. Looks like a Funko box. And it came with 2 minis of Mikey and Leo. So now I gotta go get the rest of these daggone things. Thanks a lot for dangling the carrot, Funko.
I myself didn't pick up anything this week, but the whole display and the shelves are coming along. Yeah. The name still of my new office has not been revealed yet. It will happen one day. I did finally get my NECA turtles, my monster turtles out.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Ooh,
So,
they are sexy. Ooh.
so like I said, I'm going to GalaxyCon this weekend. You know what your boy's gonna be looking for all weekend long? That Invisible
Shredder.
Man. Tello. No, I got this. Well, I got
Yeah.
the Shredder on pre-order. I don't have it yet, but the Invisible Man Donatello is the only thing I don't have. I'm gonna be looking for that thing all weekend.
And we still don't know why to this day Donnie didn't get his own second figure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. But that's what's going on in our neck of the woods. But let's find out what's happening in the world with toy news.
Ooh.
That's right. This toy news is brought to you by us at Nerd Initiative.
Yeah.
So what do we got up first, Mickey?
So, any fans of Pixel Dan here and TMNT, if you know, he put together a Masters of the Universe toys book,
Mhm.
and now he's finished up his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toys book. And
Part
this thing
one.
is pretty epic, man. Yes, part one, excuse me. I don't know how far it goes. Like, I don't know where he stops. I haven't read a whole lot of details into it.
Well, looking at those pictures, there's definitely more than we expect because there's Cat Scratch, the last of the original Playmates line. So you see,
Yeah.
there's plenty of books still to go on after that.
Oh yeah, gosh, you could probably do 3 or 4, just like we did for. No, we did 5 episodes, didn't we? No, He-Man was 5.
He-Man was 5.
TMNT, we did 4 episodes in a month.
The month of April O'Neil.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, this might be something I look into picking up. I don't know. I mean, I'm fascinated by TMNT toys, big fan as a kid, and like, yeah, this is awesome. Pixel Dan seems like a cool dude. I kind of want to hit this up. I don't know.
Maybe you should do that for a book club. You know,
Yeah,
Nerd book club. Do a review for it.
This is more along my lines of a novel.
There's a particular book out there in one of my franchises, which I never did get the opportunity to do, and I think it was the 45th anniversary of a certain, spandex clad heroes. It is very much a Japanese, but there is an American version too, but the Japanese one really goes into all the various Sentai and mecha and everything with that.
I'm sure that's fascinating.
Oh, it's just the pictures alone are great, but I'm really interested in this. This is Pixel Dan. Good for him. Awesome.
I'm digging it, man. I'm glad he's getting outside of the box here. Spin Master, I think they're the ones that did this most recent like Batman cards like this too, like Batman and Batman Forever, and they had like the Batmobile and all that stuff. But they're like the little, what do you call them? Like 5 points of articulation, just very simple figures on card. But I mean, it's the original Superman movie, which I'm a huge fan of. I might look into this. I don't know. Nope. Just for the card art alone, I think it's pretty cool.
Nope. And now, don't get me wrong. It is right. It is timely considering the movie had just come out. Yeah. By the way, folks, I don't think there's a single person Nerd Initiative. I'm going to speak for the whole team. We love the movie.
Big time.
Big time. We haven't had a superhero movie of that caliber in a very long time.
Yeah. It's really like, I think it's changed dynamics for a lot of people and really it did what it set out to do, give hope. Yes. Well,
but I will say, out of this line right here, I like how Zod has the puffy pants. I like, Jor-El. I would love if it's a glow in the dark figure.
Yes.
And the best Lex is right there.
I don't know. You probably can't tell because the picture's so small, but Zod comes with the Phantom Zone floating like glass. And it's like, it's the actual image from the movie. And I was like, dude, that's awesome. I have to have just that one.
Kudos to them for that. That's awesome.
Yes, that was going to be epic. Fallout fans, McFarlane, spreading into all these franchises. There'll be another one a little bit later in this slideshow, but Fallout. I really love the show. Didn't really play the game all that much, but these look pretty cool if you're a fan. They seem pretty interesting.
They look like gorgeous figures, especially the Guardian there. I've never been a particular player of the game. I've always thought that it was a little out of my thing, but now knowing that it has a deep, rich story, that could be something I go back to.
It has a very loyal fan base. Like the people that play the game love that game.
As someone who had worked for GameStop, trust me.
I have a couple friends that are just like, please play. And I'm like, I don't really want to.
I worked through the Pip Boy, so shut up.
Okay.
Huh?
Super 7 at it again with another variant, and we've got hologram Lion-O, I think, or something like that. I can't remember, but I do like this, honestly, and I don't usually like figures like this. I'm not gonna get this probably because we can't afford another $60 Lion-O. Like, I got the version 1, so I'm happy with what I have, but this is interesting. If all I did was collect Thundercats, this would be something I would think about. It just looks pretty. But yeah, I know. I see that. I see that look. Super 7, you're great. You do, you make a few weird decisions.
You do you, Super 7.
Exactly.
We'll still support you, but not with this.
It's beautiful stuff.
We'll support you because of the art for art's sake, but my money's not going to financially support this figure.
It'll be on clearance for too long.
Okay.
I'm a fan of this movie, and when I saw this, I was fascinated. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Dude, this figure looks awesome. I'm trying to get a better picture of it on my phone.
Yeah, again, like I just said, I finally had the opportunity after months to break out my NECA turtle figures. So now that I fully understand how well NECA does figures, honestly, I might be jumping brands from Hasbro over to NECA, and we'll see. I know Loyal Subjects has some stuff coming out soon too. Like they're really pushing the 80s real hard right now over Loyal Subjects.
Yes.
So wait till you see everything that drops at San Diego, and we're going to talk about it next week too. But yeah, these are great.
I mean, NECA's anything they do related to horror movies is usually spot on awesome. And Chop Top, what the actor's name? Bill Moseley. Yeah, great actor, great character, very iconic in horror circles. It's all. This is something I'm going to look into getting. Probably, I don't know. We'll see. Switching gears to Christmas. Frosty the Snowman from Super 7.
And who also did this?
Who also did this?
Who did the show? Who did the animation for this show?
Was this Rankin Bass? No, this wasn't Rankin Bass.
It might just be.
I can't remember.
Give me 2 seconds.
You're good. But anyway, Super 7 and Ultimate.
That is Rankin Bass. Just to confirm, that is Rankin Bass.
Yeah.
And this looks great.
Yeah. They did Funko Pops last year, and I picked all those up. These and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So I was like, I'm probably not going to get this because I have the Funko Pops, and I like those. I like the way because they fit that aesthetic so well. But this is cool. If you're a fan, you're a big Christmas person, which I know there are plenty that are like that. This is a pretty cool pickup. I think this is interesting.
I would definitely put that on my shelf. Like we have pops that we put out, seasonal pops. Like we have the Mickeys and Minnies of Halloween and the Mickeys and Minnies several years of Christmas ones. We have every single Hocus Pocus that's been out for Halloween. Like we have all the sets. We have both 3-pack sets, and we also have the individuals, including Danny with the mini Binks. I'm not messing around.
Do we have any Christmas collectors out there watching? You want to let us know in the chat? I'd be interested because some people do this year round. Like they collect Christmas stuff. My grandma is someone like that. She loves Christmas and collects it and puts it out year round.
If I find it, I find it. There's also a great town down in Pennsylvania called Christmas, PA, where it's Christmas all year round.
I'm down with that. I love Halloween, but I'm down with that too. So Storm Collectibles has kind of been doing this same line as Jada Toys has with the Street Fighter 2. And this would be like the Ferrari version to Jada Toys is like, I don't know what the next step down would be for that. But
Camaro.
Yeah. These are awesome. Jada Toys are awesome too, but at like a better price point if you're not trying to drop $100 on a figure or $80 on a figure, depending on which character it is. They did do a Ryu and Ken that were like pretty cheap, like $40-$50 that looked fantastic. I thought about getting them, but I was like, no, I'm just going to stay on the Jada Toys line. But T-Hawk, man, he looks so good. Like,
looks great.
It's hard. It was hard for me not to like
the veins, the massive rippling. Yeah. No.
And they've also put out Blanca and somebody else, Balrog, I think. They look great.
All right. Wait, American Balrog or Japanese Balrog?
American.
If you know,
The
you know.
boxer. Yeah.
Got the boxer.
Yeah. But yeah, man, man, I love it. Storm Collectibles has some really cool stuff. A little pricey for me, but when they go on clearance, sometimes I I think about it. Maybe.
It's interesting how the toy rights are getting divvied up because do you
It
think
really is.
now that, yeah, do you think Jada will do a T-Hawk figure?
Yeah, I'm sure they will. If it was in Street Fighter 2,
Mm-hmm.
they'll do it. They'll do it eventually. Matter of fact, I think I've seen like they've shown like the whole line, I believe, at the last New York Comic Con, and they had like everybody. They just haven't released them all yet. Those were like
Okay.
prototypes, I guess, more or less. Something to show off where they're going. So
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for sure. She-Ra, Princess of Power,
An
comes to
official
Barbie.
Barbie.
Yeah, which I feel like they've already done that before, but maybe not. I don't know.
I don't think they have. I would buy this. I'll be very honest. I
Yeah.
would buy this.
This is the 40th anniversary, I believe. Part of that whole line from Masters of the Universe. Yeah, it looks good. And it's Barbie. And a really cool Barbie.
Yeah. I mean, give me Swiftwind to go with it. Lukey, I don't care. But that is exactly what, yeah. I'm in. And look at those heels.
Which honestly, the original She-Ra figure was pretty close to a Barbie, but smaller and not
Stubbier.
as yeah. So I mean, it almost looks just like the original figure, but bigger and better.
Yeah, I would get it. Totally.
Yeah.
I'd spend my money on it. Shut up, take my money.
Barbie fans, She-Ra fans, that's right there, waiting for you. SH Figure. This is the one from.
It's Ken's favorite spider too.
Yeah, I know. This is the one from Across the Spider-Verse, right? Was that the last movie that they did?
Yeah,
This is that
broody
version.
one.
Yeah, the
God,
real heavy cell shading and everything on him. He looks great. I actually like Ben Reilly and the Scarlet Spider, so I'm not hating on it, but yeah,
so broody.
Cool. I think I have a Ben Reilly on the retro card, but I can't remember. I'd have to go through my stuff. I got so much stuff in boxes, man. It's sad.
I don't. I'm working on getting through.
I gotta let them breathe someday, please. I need
the
more
boxes.
room.
Yeah, no.
Well, this is cool, man. SH Figure. It's they haven't released anything. It's not for pre-order yet. This is kind of like, look what we're doing. So just a little sneak preview for everyone.
Look, you guys all know how I feel about figure art, so I'm all about it.
Oh man, look, this is the one had me tripping. Animated series Joker from Mezco 112 line. It looks so good, and I just don't want to drop that much money on a figure right now. And it'll probably sell out because it's a very popular character.
That's not bad. I would spend the money on that.
Yeah,
I'm looking at this right now. I'm on Big Bad, and honestly, knowing the quality and knowing that it comes with all those accessories, I'm good dropping $124 on this. If I'm that much of a Batman collector or a Bat fan,
for sure,
absolutely. And yeah,
and I mean, I think was it earlier this year or last year they released the animated series Batman from Mezco 112 too. So that would be just, if you have that, you gotta have this to go with it. It's just peanut butter jelly man. You gotta do it. And you can see all the accessories that come in. Like that's one page. Oh, sorry. Whoops, sorry. So here's everything. You've got all those hands. You got 4 different heads with expressions. And I think that's 5 actually, because there's one on the figure that's different as well. But yeah, just so many cool little gags and things. That's it's epic. You're right. It is totally worth the money. It's just something I can't afford at the moment.
So the Mezco Batman is also up. It's at 110 or 116. Comes with accessories. Doesn't really show every single. Hold on, I'm trying to find. So the accessories that one comes with are back goggles, the rebreather, a full mask one, not the little one, a flare, hidden compartment in the belt buckle.
That's epic.
In the utility belt.
Awesome.
It comes with even the grappling hook and the proper size one, the one that he would use in the middle of his hand.
Yes.
That's really nice. Yeah, I really think and then Comes with 4 head sculpts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 13 hands.
Man, Mezco
Yeah.
does a really good job of giving you accessories, man.
Again, as someone who's a figure arts guy, this is probably the next step up from what I would get.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. I would
Batman
do both.
fans, Joker fans, cartoon fans.
Mm-hmm.
It covers the whole thing. Avatar fans, again, McFarlane
They're still there.
getting their hands in things. Yeah, this thing is going up for pre-order later this week. This is Colonel something or other. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But anyway, because I haven't seen this movie. I watched the first one. I didn't watch the second one.
Is it supposed to be Jake Sully?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think it was someone else that joined the ranks or whatever. It looks really cool, man. I figured there's an audience out there for this, and it's interesting. And if you're curious, I think it's July 24th, which is a few days from now. So
good for them.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but we're dropping figures on franchises that like are, oh, they're still around. Good for them.
Yeah, good for them, I
guess. But either way, that's everything that's going on in our neck of the woods. If there's anything you guys have, please make sure let us know in the comments. Either chat, super chat, leave something. We definitely want to hear what toy news is important to you, so we can make sure that we cover it too. But we're here tonight because it is the week. Not only is it San Diego Comic-Con, but it is the other half of July, which means we get the other movie coming out that we are been anticipating and waiting for ever since New Avengers. That's right. We are talking about Marvel's first family, the Fantastic Four. Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and the ever-loving blue-eyed thing, Ben Grimm. First and foremost, we know that Fantastic Four has had 1, 2, 3, and 1 canceled movie, 4, over its very long history. If you guys don't know, this was the Hail Mary, I don't give a darn lob that Stan Lee did while he was over at Marvel, because he was like, you know what, if I'm going to be heading out the door, I'm going to write a story for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what kicked off the great writing that made Stan's writing stand out to everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yes, all that.
Yeah, like I know what I'm talking about.
But he didn't do it alone, right? I love Stan Lee. He's an integral part of Marvel, but so was Jack Kirby in those early days. And it was interesting to me because honestly, just being real, not a lot of Fantastic Four knowledge outside of cartoons and movies, right? Didn't read a lot of comic books about the Fantastic Four. Know who they are, kind of know the base level stuff for all of them. So it was really cool when I did a little research that, they were trying to come up with this idea, and Jack Kirby was like, well, I kind of did something like this called Challenge of the Unknown with DC, and he kind of slid that over, I think. I'm not going to say like copy and paste or anything, but he used it as inspiration to do the Fantastic Four. They kind of had that same vibe.
And let's be honest, even when Jack went over and started doing all the new gods, you had some really heavy. So he's the king. Well, he can get away with it. You got a problem with it? Shut up.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. You have all these ideas and you have all this source material that you've created in your mind. It's always going to be a part of your style, and that's what both of these guys are. They both have a certain style, the Marvel method, right, which Stan Lee preached when it comes to storytelling. So all that stuff, it works. It worked, obviously. You see the huge empire it is now. So yeah, cool. 1961, Fantastic Four ruling the pages for Marvel.
And again, cool. All I ask with the upcoming movie, I better get a reference to the Mole Man, who was Fantastic Four's first bad guy. Real bad guy.
I hope so. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, but they dominated. I'm not gonna say they dominated comics for a while, and then 1967 we got an animated series.
Yep,
I believe. What's that one? Hanna-Barbera. I know 78 is, but I don't know.
These were all done around the same time. So there was an Iron Man, there was a Thor, Captain America, all had stuff going on. It was originally on ABC from September of 67 to September of 68. That was all Hanna-Barbera. And then a second series was done. I believe this one was on NBC,
Okay.
and it featured Herbie. This was known as the new Fantastic Four because if you notice, there is no Johnny
Mm-mm.
Storm in this. And I believe it was simply for the fact that they couldn't get the rights to Human Torch, or there was something going on with the original
Okay.
Marvel Human Torch, the Android
Yes.
Human Torch. So um, it was Universal Pictures had the option to Marvel characters, and Human Torch was in that. So it's pretty much like we've had like the Sony Spider MCU verse
Hmm.
situation, only 45 years sooner.
Yeah. That's
So
interesting.
it's nice it brought Herbie to the forefront.
But
So
like,
yeah.
you know, that's y- I mean, I know we've had various incarnations of the Fantastic Four that include different members, which we'll touch on a
We'll
little
talk
later.
about.
But it's still weird though when you don't see the Human Torch or the Thing on one of those teams.
But at least you have the humanoid experimental robot Type B integrated electronics.
Herbie's cool. Glad to
And
have him.
and trust me, there are times in certain games and whatnot. What I like about Herbie is that as much as he is a member of the team, when he's more like, literally the fifth wheel, he's a jerk. Like there's been times where he's locked people out of the Baxter building just for fun because hey, you can't be mad at me. I'm a cute little robot.
Yeah, we will clobber you.
Yep. And then in the 90s, back during the Marvel Power Hour,
Oh man, we had a whole renaissance.
yep. So we had that great Iron Man series with the I am Iron Man, theme song. And then we had the Fantastic Four. Now, what was great is that both of these shows, because I got to give them both their respects, okay? Both of these individual series had 2 seasons. And you definitely could tell they made a huge difference from season 1 to season 2. Why?
Mhm.
Because they were doing good. I tried finding a picture of the original first season with the suits, which were all the very
Black.
stark white.
Oh, white.
Oh,
Okay.
the stark sky blue.
Yeah.
And then when they finally said, "Wait, this show is doing really well," same deal with Iron Man. Let's pour more money into it. That's when we got the dark black with
Yeah.
blue outline suits, a whole new opening, but there was a price.
What was that?
Stan Lee.
Oh.
So in the first season, hello, true believers,
Yeah,
Stan
yeah, yeah,
Lee
yeah.
here. He would narrate the openings of the show. He would get you involved in what was going on. By the time we got to the second season, they really cut a lot of that out. Now, to their credit, first season of this show really followed a lot of Jack and Stan's
Mhm.
stories. By the time we got to second season, they were following a lot of what was going on in current Fantastic Four stories.
Yeah.
So they've always been around. And as far as a lot of people are concerned, they might be a B or a C league team, but you got to give them credit here because they were still sticking to relatively up to date stories. I mean, animation takes time. So, there's a few
Yeah.
years gap, but
Well,
it was great.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay, we could call them a B or C team because they're not the X-Men or whatever,
They're not
but
the X-Men. They're not the
there's
Avengers. They're not.
still I think there's still a linchpin in the Marvel
And
universe.
I
Like,
will never take that away from them.
yeah,
But
yeah,
as
yeah,
far as, the zeitgeist as it is,
yeah, 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 for sure.
they're not one of the first teams that you think of.
Um,
The general populace, not
yeah,
us comic book nerds.
I'm wondering, when you talk about the change from season 1 to season 2, how much of that was influenced by how well, like, X-Men was doing and Spider-Man was doing by being, like, a little bit darker, right? At least in tone and, like, visual style. Because when you talk about that black with the blue, like, that's what Spider-Man was doing on the Amazing was the show The Amazing Spider-Man? I can't remember, but
Nope, that one was just Spider-Man
just
on top.
Spider-Man, yeah, yeah, the
Mhm.
animated series, and, same thing with X-Men, so I was wondering how much of that they were like, "Wow, these dark, edgy things are cool. We should do that too with the Fantastic Four."
Now, what's interesting is this is a very 90s show. A lot of great actors on this. You had, especially because it's the 90s and we want that, cool appeal. The one and only Brian Austin Green from Beverly Hills 90210 was the
Right
voice
on.
of Human Torch. for season 1. But again, going back, Neil Ross is Doctor Doom, Brian Austin Green, like I said, is Human Torch, Bo Weaver, and then some of these guest stars. You ready for this?
Ready.
Okay.
Blow me away.
Jim Cummings.
Huge.
Michael Dorn.
Oh.
Newly appointed Hollywood Walk of Fame star Keith David.
Oh, dude. My role model. Let's go.
Brad Garrett as Hydro Man. Mark Hamill randomly as a Kree Sentry, but more so because, the Inhumans, Maximus. Jess Harnell. Stan Lee, that guy. Alan Oppenheimer, the famous full Skeletor himself.
Yes.
But one of the coolest flexes, Dick Clark as himself.
That's awesome.
Dick Clark, ladies and gentlemen. And what's great is that, Fantastic Four did such a great thing introducing these stories and giving us an idea of what good Marvel storytelling can be in a group setting. I'm not taking away anything from, X-Men 95, 96, but to condense it in a consumable way, and they were in one-off episodes, said a lot. I can't say enough about the show. There's sometimes where I just love watching that intro over and over, those sleek, sexy black suits.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is definitely one of the high up ones until 2006.
I don't think I ever watched. I knew of that 2006 series, but I never got to watch it.
I only watched a little bit of it because I was in a weird place in my life, I'll be honest. But this show is sleek and sexy as hell.
It gives off anime vibes hard.
Very hard anime vibes. Which is so funny because this was actually not necessarily an anime show. It was a French-produced cartoon show because France.
Because
does
what?
that make sense? Because France, just out of the blue.
Well, wasn't there was a pretty prominent French animation studio at this time, wasn't? Or at least in the 90s there was. I don't know if still in the 2000s.
Deep, probably, yeah.
Yeah. Like I think that what's the robot show we covered? I think it was done by them. Botsmaster.
Yep, Botsmaster was done by them. But this was also another great show. You had, again, an amazing cast on it. This was Fantastic Four's World's Greatest Heroes. Was not connected to any previous iterations. But it was all original stories.
Yeah.
I'm like Mickey, I've never read the comics, mostly watched some of the animation, and that's okay. Yeah. I've just been fortunate enough, I haven't read all the comics, but doing this over the years, my knowledge is stupid about all this stuff. But yeah, these tended to go with their own stories. They would pull some elements from, different books and whatnot that, seemed relevant. There was also some points where I know Spider-Man had shown, Invisible Woman obviously was there. Alicia, Ben's girlfriend, was in there. Shulky, she played a prominent role for a few episodes because Ben was powered down. I think what really threw me off on this show back then in 2006 was okay, we've changed the whole suit design, and I never liked that painted on on Ben's chest.
No. It's kind of like that. I never really liked it when the Human Torch had the fiery 4 in his flame on version, or whatever form. I was like, no, there shouldn't be anything there. That's just me.
Yep. And I mean, this aired originally on Cartoon Network, alongside other series like Wolverine and the X-Men, Iron Man Armored Adventures.
It really, just in style, reminds me of the, I already said anime, but the Thundercats reboot as well. Kind of yeah.
I was having a conversation about that today at work. I was ready to beat somebody upside the head with my claw shield.
Oh, do it.
I don't know if I like it. Shut up. I'll whack you with a semiflange.
Oh man. You got anything else on the 2006 version, or is that about it?
I'm saying to myself, I should go back and watch this. I might binge it before Friday. Race you to it.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
But we
Uh,
talk about things here on Play for Keeps that you can actually physically hold in your
oh,
hands
wait.
and is we got what? Do we have a letter?
Here's the
Something?
thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
It's all you,
thing
Mickey.
ring, do your
Do
thing.
your
Does
thing.
anybody out there please tell me you remember the show? Because this was
I
this
do.
this was my introduction to the Fantastic Four. Even though they're not in, it's just the thing, and it's not even like the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of what I was like. I watched this as I don't remember. I was super young, man. Like watching, Hanna-Barbera cartoons, and this was actually a like offshoot of like the Flintstones for something. Like Fred and Barney were part of the intro, and like little like things in between commercial breaks and stuff. It made no sense, right? This kid had this ring that would power up and turn him into the thing. Like the rocks would like. It was so cool. You gotta go find it and watch it yourself. I can't explain it, but I was enamored by it as a child, and I loved it. And then as I got deeper into comics, because I started reading Spider-Man and X-Men, especially Spider-Man, you would come across Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was like, that's what this guy is from. And it sprawled, I got into more Fantastic Four stuff because of this show, even though they're not attached. But yeah, this was great. This was awesome. It was wholesome fun. It's like a superhero kind of gig, you know what I mean? Transform into like reminded you of like the Incredible Hulk in a way. Not exactly, but this guy would just transform into this huge, strong rock
Yep.
monster called the Thing.
And he
I don't
would,
was the kid's
solve
name
things.
was the kid's name Ben? I can't remember. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Nope, it was Benji. Benji
Benji.
Grimm.
Yes.
Yep.
So awesome. I love it.
And again, he put together the two rings, kind of like Wonder Twin powers activate kind of deal.
Yeah.
It was cute, and he would. It was a very Scooby Doo style Marvel
God,
show,
yes.
if you think about it.
I loved it.
Like Jinkies, man.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think at this point, I knew the Fantastic Four before this, just because I knew things.
Yeah.
And I looked at this, and seriously, my 6-year-old self went, "What the hell is this?"
I didn't care. I was like, this is awesome.
But don't get me wrong, folks. When Mickey and I were, planning this today, and he says, "Oh yeah, I even got the thing in there." And what's the first thing I said in the chat?
Thing ring, do your thing.
Do your thing, because I knew exactly what he was talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm joyous about it now, but still, 7-year-old Tom's going, "What is this?"
I got excited when you said thing ring, do your thing. I was like, yeah.
Again,
I'm not gonna sound like an idiot on here.
No, that's my job. There's our clip for this week, folks.
Yeah. But like you said, we talk about physical things we can touch, the collectibles, the toys, right?
Yes.
Toy Biz, baby, doing their thing in the early 90s, late 90s too. They were pretty strong throughout the decade.
I have a shop up here that still has some of these on card.
The Fantastic Four, just all of them in general.
A good chunk of them sitting in the back, down on the bottom shelf.
Man.
And for not very expensive either. Yellowed, yeah. But
I don't mind. I am in process of collecting all of the wave 1 of the Uncanny X-Men. So like, I love these toys. I very rarely got to go to a Toys R Us or a KB Toys, but when I did, that was where I beeline to. I was like, I want Wolverine. I want Archangel. I want, Spider-Man, whoever it was, Venom, whoever it might be. I never cared about the Fantastic Four toys. I'm just going to go say it. But looking back, I would have loved to have these, especially the Wave 2 ones with that gray retro card back.
Yep.
I think those are really cool to me. Even though the original Series 1 you see on the left, the art is really cool on those too. And I actually picked up, they did like a throwback retro card.
Nice.
A couple years ago with Marvel Legends with that same one on the left.
Yep.
They didn't sell well. I don't think a lot of people wanted them. I picked them up because I didn't have any.
There were so many Sue Storms sitting at my Ollie's.
Yeah.
Where good toys go to die.
But yeah, man, Toy Biz was bumping. Like these things were hot. everybody I knew had one of something, like not necessarily Fantastic Four, but some Marvel character that we could play with on the playground or whatever. So yeah, man, this is where they obviously had some toys in a sense before this, but this is where it really started, especially for the Fantastic Four, because they weren't kind of like Spider-Man, Superman levels. You know what I'm saying?
And what also really helped is involved in the company with Toy Biz was Avi Arid. So if
Mhm.
you watched a lot of cartoons back in the 90s, he was executive producer on them. So he had a real easy in on getting those licensing rights.
Oh yeah, definitely. But speaking of, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna go through every single iteration of Fantastic Four action figures, right? There's too many to count.
So many.
Um,
And
because
at different price points, which helps everybody,
oh yeah,
whatever league or caliber of collector you are.
for sure. The ones I was talking about on the previous slide, the reproductions of those
Mhm.
retro cards are the ones you see in the top right of
Yep.
this graphic. I got all those. I didn't get the transparent Sue. I just got the regular Sue. I'm not a transparent figure kind of guy, even though that's part of her power set. I get it. It's cool. But I really like the other figures where they kind of like phase her into transparent
Yes.
in her hands and her
If the
legs.
paint's right, I'm
Yeah, yeah.
totally for it.
Which they did in quite a few different waves throughout the decades, right? But yeah, you have a ton of Marvel Legends. You have Diamond Select, you have Mezco, you have Toy Biz, you even have Hot Toys, and Hot Toys are just now dropping ones for the new movie. I don't want to know how much that
Mhm.
is. It's gonna be stupid. But yeah, and I'm not even including the movies that came out with their own action figures in this. This is just like comic versions. You know what I mean? Um, One personally, I wish I could get my hands on, but I won't because everybody wanted it, and now they're way too expensive by secondhand sellers. Were a Walgreens exclusive edition, and you're like, Walgreens? Yes, Walgreens.
I've talked about the Walgreens exclusives for how long
Yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm telling you right now, it sounds silly. They had the best Fantastic Four Marvel Legends. It might have been early 2000s. I don't remember when they released. It's been a while now, but they were banging. I love the Thing because his texture is so good. It's hard to find a Thing with a good paint job for some reason, like in all these figures. That one though, really good. Mr. Fantastic has a stretchy torso, arms. He has everything. And yeah, it's just really good. That's the one I think is
Ooh.
smoking hot.
Yeah, Ben looks amazing.
Yeah. And I also I'm a big Ben Grimm fan. Maybe not a Fantastic Four fan, but love Ben Grimm. So anytime I can find a cool Thing figure, I will pick it up at a con. I've got a couple of them. I've got the one with those black suits in the top left as well. I've got that Thing.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I'm always on the lookout for those. Uh, and that's probably like my second favorite. I love those black suits. They're just sleek and look cool.
And I'll tell you, man, I'm looking here at these Walgreens exclusive ones. I'm looking at this whole line. This is probably a really good consistent set on
Yes.
top of it because when you get a set from Hasbro Legends, it's like, oh, hey, we're doing the Fantastic Four, but we put out 7 figures, so we need to throw in placeholders.
Yes.
And so here's Fool Killer, Deathlock, and Nighthawk in the Fantastic Four run.
Yeah, I hate that crap.
Okay. But this
Uh,
one had Silver Surfer, Human Torch, Mr. Fantastic, and yes, these gorgeous
yeah.
hand swaps are great. Uh, the ever loving blue eyed thing, Sue Storm with the fades, and wow, that effect piece for her shield is great.
Yes.
Namor the Submariner, who was introduced originally in the Fantastic Four books. And
Yes.
then to top it off, Medusa the Inhuman,
Who was a member at one time.
the Queen of Atlan.
Yeah.
So I'm all about this. Wow. Gorgeous, gorgeous set.
Yeah. They're great. And I feel like they're one of the very few to capture a good Mr. Fantastic figure. You get man, sometimes you
You
get some,
get disproportionate, you get too long, you get too skinny.
yeah, it could
No,
be hokey and
it's
kind of dumb, but
yeah.
yeah.
And this set was 7 years ago, just so you guys know.
7. Okay, not that long. I thought it was much longer than that. 7's good. Also shout out to Diamond Select. Their Mr. Fantastic was pretty good too. They had this really cool like piece that comes with him that's like him wrapping around somebody. You could fit a figure in there. It looks like he's got him in his patent at like stranglehold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a really cool effect as well. Some things, some figure series will have some really good parts and then some really bad parts. It's hard to find a good set, and I felt like Walgreens was that consistent good set.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah,
there's
like
a ton out there.
I'm assuming this bottom one right here on this side that's the Diamond Select one with the really tall stretch. And
Yeah.
yeah, I like Diamond Select. I think they do great stuff, but they're bad choice. I mean,
The Mezco ones are cool, but again, it's like, whatever.
yep.
Uh,
And have you ever seen, aside from the one we already mentioned, a good Human Torch? Because either he's too translucent, or
well,
he's too red, or he's too
yeah,
orange.
I
He
don't
doesn't have the right
mind.
detailing.
I don't mind him being, red for like. I like that one I got from that retro set. Because also, if you see in that top right, that retro set, that's just regular Johnny Storm in a suit. I actually got the Human Torch version, the Flame On version,
Right.
and it looks really good. I know he's not pictured here, but he has that classic comic look where he's red with the red like scorch lines. I don't know what you would call them, but
Yep.
you see him in the original like style from the old comics. He looks pretty good. Yeah, it is hard to find. You're right though, and you see him also in here where you're kind of like transitioning him from Flame On to regular. I don't think that executes well. You're trying to like I don't know. I don't like that at all. You're trying to like combine
But
two
again, if
things.
you do this with Sue, it's
Oh, yes,
okay.
perfect. It's perfect.
But when you do it for this, it's way too much orange plastic on a blue base.
Yeah.
That clear looks just great. Speaking of clear, hey, my Donatello has all those clear parts too. Just rub it in.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah.
But the Fantastic Four has many members or honorary members, and there's a big old family of them. And we have the honorary, I call her the honorary fifth wheel, She-Hulk, because in
No,
my mind, she is a Fantastic Four member.
she is. No, to be honest, she is a Fantastic Four member. There were times in the comic books where Ben was powered down, and they needed the brute strength. And who did they call? Their favorite lawyer who saved them from the Baxter building, God knows how many times. Yep.
Yeah,
They would call up Jen, and Jen would take the place of Bruce. As a matter of not Bruce, of I'm thinking Bruce Banner would take up the spot of Ben on the roster. As a matter of fact, she even was in the 2006 animated series as well, and she was
yes.
in there for several episodes.
Yeah, I think she showed up in '94 a time or two as well.
They did do a crossover with the Incredible Hulk series that was on Fox running at the same time too.
Yeah. But you also Wolverine and Spider-Man. Spider-Man's been kind of in and out. He's he's tight with him, right? Like they cross over a lot in the comics because Johnny and him are friends.
Yeah, they're New York based, and several times he's jumped in. Wolverine has done it. One thing we didn't mention on here, and I should have remembered this from 1993's Marvel Superheroes Trading Card Set Volume 2.
Wow.
The new Fantastic Four.
How's that for off the cuff?
Yep. Featuring, if I remember correctly.
I think I know this. Go ahead.
Wolverine, Ghost Rider, Hulk, and Spider-Man.
Yep. That's a squad.
That's a squad and a half.
I'm not saying they're a better Fantastic Four, but they are a better Fantastic Four. It's not the same. They're not a family. They're just a bunch of dudes who are going to deliver the ever-loving crap out of you.
But I can very much remember that trading card from Series 2 from New Teams.
Yeah.
And just, it's Wolverine out with his claws doing the fastball special.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider on the bottom, Spidey, and again, the Hulk.
I get all of them, but Ghost Rider. I was like, how in the hell did Ghost Rider end up in a Fantastic Four team?
I don't know. And
it doesn't seem like his vibe.
No, this was the second Ghost Rider. So this was the
this is Danny Ketch.
Yeah, it was Danny Ketch. So
okay, that's fair. Also couldn't help not including Baghead.
The Amazing Bagman. Do you know the story of the Amazing Bagman?
I kind of like Spider-Man. Did he lose his costume or something? It had to be it was burned. I can't remember what it was. But go ahead. I want to hear.
Well, there's Ken. Ken in the chat that they explain in the story why the new Fantastic Four, why they all team up. But yeah, the Amazing Bagman's Pete stuff happened, and he had to get somewhere, and so Johnny throws in one of his spares, but he didn't have a mask, so he literally just put a bag on his head and flipped his way back across Manhattan.
Classic.
See, God, I love Ken, man. He even tells you exactly what issue. This is why we have a Ken, folks.
Yep, that's the man. He holds us together.
Thanks, Chief.
Our comic Rolodex right there.
That's right. But yeah, now is that Future Foundation Spider-Man Venom here?
Yes, there is. I couldn't find a good picture. They've made a Marvel Legends in the past where it's the white with the black spider symbol. This is the stealth version. You make him
because that screams stealth.
Yeah. But yeah, as you can see, you had the first. Is it the first Foundation? Is that what
Future Foundation?
Future Foundation, Fantastic Four, whatever. This is the one without the Human Torch as well. You got Herbie in. It was a 4-pack that came together, and you had to buy the Spider-Man separate. He was kind of part of the deal too. And then you have Franklin and is it Valeria?
Valeria Richards, the daughter raised by Dr. Doom.
Yes. Which is an interesting dynamic. I didn't really get a lot into them.
Okay, so Franklin Richards, for those of you guys don't know, is technically a mutant. He might be the son of Reed Richards and the Invisible Woman, Dr. Sue Storm. But because, and this is where a little bit of my headcanon goes into this. You got to think about this. Okay, so the genetic term for hold on, just so I say it right.
For mutant.
Yep. Is Homo superior, if I remember correctly.
Yes, there you go. Yeah.
All right. But Spider-Man is not Homo superior because he was irradiated and received powers. So there's a different term for that in Marvel canon.
Like you have to be born with the powers.
Right.
Yeah.
So that means technically Reed and Sue fall under that specific classification.
Yeah.
Because of such, Franklin, though, is a mutant, but he has boosted powers because of his parents' cosmically enhanced DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Franklin has powers like nobody's business. He is Omega level of Omega level. He has reality warping freaking powers. He has had restrictions put on him his entire freaking life. You don't want to mess with him.
Fair.
Yeah. Like, seriously.
Does he not become Iron Lad? Is that not him? Or is that someone else?
That one, that's at Ken. I mean, that's up in the ether.
It may be a different version of him, or like maybe his child. I don't remember, but anyway, I knew it was from the Richards line. I thought, of course, we're not gonna get into it anyway.
Yeah. And then Valeria is also one of their kids from another technical, if I remember correctly, another dimension. Someone else, and it's very messy.
It's messy.
It's very messy. Again, she's genius level intellect, superhuman strength, invulnerability, invisibility, time travel, force fields, energy blasts, telekinesis, telepathy. Look, you don't want to mess with the spawn of Mr. Fantastic.
No.
And Invisible Woman.
Yeah, Sue Storm. Yeah, obviously. Very cool. But we can't talk about the Fantastic Four without talking about Galactus.
Nope, we're not talking about that anyway. Someone delete that comment from Ken. Spoilers.
Just real quick. If you didn't see it, you missed
it.
All right. Yeah. Pretty recently, the reason I included him is because obviously he's in the new film. But also we had that fantastic HasLab of him that released a couple years ago, 3 years ago, something like 2 or 3 years ago. Obviously way too expensive for yours truly. I won't drop in $400 on an action figure. My wife would kill me.
That's nerd money on top of nerd money, folks.
But that is when TikTok was getting hot and everybody was sharing it, and I was like, I don't want to see this anymore. I was going through FOMO real bad. But he's had figures throughout as well, you know what I mean? And they've been obviously the HasLab is kind of in scale in a way because he's so much bigger than the 6-inch action figures, but the others were a little bit closer. They weren't quite as big, and some were, just like a couple inches taller. But there's always been a Galactus. If there's a Fantastic Four toy line, there's probably a Galactus floating around too.
And if there's always been a Galactus, there's always been a Herald as well. Now,
That's right.
just so you know, Galactus did debut in Fantastic Four number 48 in March of 1966. So we still had a pretty established Fantastic Four storyline. But the fact that we take Fantastic Four and we finally make them this cosmic size team with a cosmic size baddie, it's synonymous one to another. You are never, ever, ever going to see Spider-Man go up against Galactus. You're not going to see the Inhumans go up against Galactus unless Crystal's, lending a hand. Because Johnny, you're not going to see Alpha Flight because blame Canada go up against Galactus. It's if you have Fantastic Four, you have Galactus. You have Galactus, you have Fantastic Four. That's it.
It takes brains, not brawn, to take down the worlds.
Seriously, like you might see Thanos try and talk to Galactus, and they have a little thing, but no, it's that's it.
Yeah,
it's 1-to-1. It's peanut butter to jelly. It's the Mickey to the Tom. It is what it is.
That tells you how important I think the Fantastic Four are. That they're pretty much one of the only ones that can go up against the biggest, probably the biggest bad in the Marvel universe, outside of like cosmic, gods, and take them on, or at least come to a stalemate.
And the best part is one other thing about Galactus and his heralds. Everybody knows the Silver Surfer. We did have those movies earlier, in the early 2000s.
We'll get to that.
But yeah, when it comes to the other heralds, we've seen them in animated form as well in Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Oh yeah,
it was a whole great story arc, and the best part is that each one of the four heralds really was one of the four elemental elements.
Firestorm, right? Firestorm, Terrax, and I can't remember the lady. I can't remember her name. Is it a lady?
Hold on. So there was Frankie. There was Frankie Nova.
Yeah.
Okay. Who also was in the Fantastic Four movies, the early ones with Chris Evans in it.
Yeah.
She was like, "Hey, when do you get off work?"
Oh, okay.
She was just in uniform. There was Terrax, who's been voiced by Michael Dorn, Worf from Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
There was Airwalker. Fire Lord was the other.
Fire Lord. Okay.
Yeah, there was Fire Lord.
I'm thinking about DC Firestorm.
Yeah.
Sorry. Same guy. No, I was playing. That's nice.
And then there was also a water-based one. Why I cannot remember. Silver Surfer, Airwalker, Fire Lord, Terrax.
Yeah.
Can't remember the other one. Ken?
It's okay. Well, I mean, I didn't want to talk too much about Silver Surfer because we're going to get to him in a way. We're not going to do a whole thing on Silver Surfer, but we're getting into these movies, right? 2005, we had. Is this the first? No, this is not the first live action Fantastic Four. We will also touch on that, right?
This is the first commercially released Fantastic Four movie.
And I want to say I loved it. Like, when I'm like, it's not a bad movie. It's what I wanted. It's perfect. And it's not perfect, but it's what I wanted.
For the time, it was exactly what we would expect out of a movie. This was 2005. It was just 3 years out from the first Spider-Man movie. We're good.
Yeah. Chris Evans, great job as Johnny. Michael Chiklis was a great thing. Like, I still love it so much. Jessica Alba, I mean, I feel like that was more like a star power casting than something closer to Sue, but it's cool. I don't want to pronounce his name. Is it Ian Gruffudd? That was Mr. Fantastic. I thought he was great. He was a really good Mr. Fantastic in my opinion.
Did an excellent job being Mr. Fantastic in that.
Yeah. This movie was great, and it spawned a lot of toys. They went pretty hard with the physical merchandise in this film. They not so much. Well, they kind of, but not as much in part two. But yeah, and just, I mean, the Doctor Doom by Julian McMahon
Julian McMahon
was okay.
he was menacing. He
Yeah.
wasn't.
We
Doom.
still have not gotten a good Doctor Doom live action yet, in my opinion. But he was serviceable.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. He did all right with what he had. He did all right, I think.
And then we followed this up with
Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer. New suits.
Yeah, new suits. I think an iconic casting of Lawrence Fishburne as the voice of the Silver Surfer. They got the animation right. I think they did almost everything right with the Silver Surfer. And I'm not going to. This movie wasn't fumbled, but what they did to Galactus should be an arrestable offense, in my opinion. Oh, you turned him into a big cloud, man.
It was a bunch of smoke and mirrors.
What is this? I want to see what I've been seeing in trailers for the new film, First Steps. Just a big, giant, celestial man coming to devour the world. And that really disappointed me in that film because everything else was so good in it. Except for maybe the Doom kind of getting like super scroll powers. That was kind of wacky. But
now, on the flip side, we did mention Lawrence Fishburne. His voice was perfect. Also, the
Iconic.
mocap was done by, again, the iconic Doug Jones. You familiar with him?
Oh, so good. Yes. One of the greats.
If you guys don't know who he is, I don't know what you're doing on this channel. So that means you need to
look him up.
Here.
As soon as you see him, you'll be like, oh, that guy.
The whole night. Yeah, that guy. The second part about, that movie was kind of derpy was the idea that when Johnny touched Silver Surfer's board and started swapping powers with everybody, I was like,
Yeah. Sequels are hard to do sometimes. Sometimes they work, but a lot of times they don't. And this is one of those where it was just a little bit lower. Not a lot, just a little bit of a slide off. But they Yeah. But again, this kind of threw Silver Surfer out into the public eye. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people that maybe didn't know who he was, that were just moviegoers and fans of these movies, were like, oh, this is cool. So I feel like this kind of brought him back in a way with comics and toys, because we were seeing a lot more Silver Surfer stuff after this.
Well, we did have a short run in 1997 with the Silver Surfer cartoon on Fox. That was one of the first cartoons that integrated CGI, because that Galactus looked amazing.
Yeah. And like I said, this is another character. When you say Fantastic Four, you automatically go to the original four, and then you think Galactus, Silver Surfer. You probably think Mole Man. You probably think
Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom. Yeah, sorry. I start thinking about the Council of Reeds, but everybody would be different on that. But that's what I'm saying. Those ones that pop up immediately, they should always be involved in these projects, I think, if they can be. But then something happened.
I'm going to defend this for half a second.
It was the dark times.
Nope. I will defend this. I will defend this.
You have the floor.
And I think I've said this before on this channel. I know I've said it here on the channel. Going into this movie thinking that why is Johnny black?
Oh, I don't care about that.
Why is he African American? Right? This is what was one of the big things. And I went in going, how are they going to do this? How are they going to fix this? What are they going to do? And making the fact that Sue was adopted.
Yeah.
Made me think that, hey, it served my purpose of my cranial erectilitis and shown me that we can still have characters that we know written in a different light. Yeah. And I'll be honest, that is the only good thing I got out of this.
Yeah.
Everything bad that came out of this was the money that I wasted out of my wallet, the time that I lost sitting in the theater. And I think I honestly took a nap at some point.
That's fair.
Honestly.
It just did not capture the essence of Fantastic Four at all. Nope. Those first two movies at least did that, These
were the sexy Fantastic Four.
These were Special Forces Fantastic Four, and I hated it. I hated this Ben Grimm. I hated the Thing. Like, you're talking about one of my favorite comic book characters of all time, and you just it just did not work for me. And what's crazy is Jamie Bell, the actor that plays him, love him and everything. And I was excited and optimistic about it, and it just fell flat for me. I was like, ugh, no. Michael B. Jordan might have been one of the only good things. You know what? That's not fair because Kate Mara was pretty good too. And Miles Teller's a great actor. I love him. Right. And he did play a pretty decent Mr. Terrific. It wasn't, I don't know, man. It wasn't the vibe at
It
all.
was Sony just trying to hold on to the rights. That was it.
And another great, there's so many great actors in this movie.
There is.
Which is crazy. Toby Cabell played Dr. Doom, and it was the worst Dr. Doom ever on film. not necessarily because of him, but just the design and the idea and the execution was just not there for any of this.
So bad.
So yeah, thank God. How did we get here? I don't know, but we're not going back, right? But let's go back to 1994 because this is actually now not the worst Fantastic Four movie, which is Roger Corman's Fantastic Four. If you don't know who Roger Corman is, dude makes a ton of movies. His IMDb, I didn't look at his IMDb, but there's probably like 1,000 movies on it, if I had to guess, because he was pumping them out. Horror, sci-fi was his jam in like the 50s, 60s, 70s. Like he was always making movies.
Yep.
And you see the same date, 1994, as the animated series was in 1994 as well. The more recent one that was really good. I don't know what, I'm sure this came off of that, probably that hype train, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they do them at the same time. I didn't really look that up. But again, I think you can watch it on YouTube. I didn't even try to look at it. It was never released. It was never released.
There are copies of it out there.
Yeah.
Trust me. There are clips that are out there that you can find. The only thing that I really, really like about this is the actor Jay Underwood is in it.
The Human Torch. Yeah.
You know, and like you remember from like Uncle Buck and Young Indiana Jones. He played Chip Carson in the Disney Channel movies Not Quite Human. How many sequels came out of that?
Yeah.
Other than that, like Ben looks like he literally looks like a walking turd. He looks like what Guy Gardner would be if he was covered in caca. Look at the shape.
You gotta throw a Guy Gardner zing in there. I'm sorry, Derek. I'm trying.
Well, look at the shape of those eyebrows. That is Guy Gardner. That's Guy Gardner's helmet hair.
He's got a bowl cut, but in rock form. I like it. Oh man, he's got a bowl chisel. This is an example of being too comic book accurate, probably, but also kind of dark in the same essence. Because you can see those uniforms are straight off the page.
Yeah, this is also around the time of like Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. starring David Hasselhoff.
There was a Doctor Strange film around this time too. It might have been by Roger Corman too. I have to look it up, but it's kind of the same style and tone, right? So
it's all B movie, and that's not saying that it's a bad thing. We love B movies,
love them, yes.
But this doesn't need to be on my screen anytime soon.
I wanted people to know this is the thing. It's real. It's not a fever dream. If you heard of it, it's real. It's not a rumor.
Nope. This is no Manchurian Candidate, whatever.
But back
new figures.
Back to the present, right? The movie and the figures, right? We've got Fantastic Four First Steps, another phenomenal cast. Yep. Probably early showings Wednesday and Thursday, I would assume. I know Thursday for sure. Probably some Wednesday nights too, if I'm in some theaters in big markets. But yeah, again, a great cast, right? They did it again. I was not in love with the Pedro Pascal casting, but I'm down to enjoy. I can't remember.
Honestly, I think there's something going on with him as far as the mouse money's concerned. That's why he got Fantastic Four, because we ain't getting Mando anytime soon. So why not toss him there? Johnny Storm?
Joseph Quinn?
Yeah, good for him. I don't know him from anything.
He played Eddie in Stranger Things, and he was phenomenal. So like, I'm excited for this. He's a good actor. He's a really great person as well. Vanessa Kirby looks like Sue Storm. Like, if I was going to imagine in my mind what Sue Storm looked like in real life, it'd be her.
If you have time to watch some of her stuff, first and foremost, go watch her in The Crown. She is fantastic in The Crown.
I think she's probably the best casting in this. Well, no. Well, yeah, sure. Okay, we'll say yes.
Really? Because I mean, everybody knows in our chat when I have ultimately slammed everybody else in this cast. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Vanessa Kirby, but I think this is perfect typecasting
Oh
for
yeah,
this is that I don't care about Big Poppy. I want an Ebon Moss in here as the thing.
dude,
And when I found out,
that
I'm
was
just
gonna
like,
be yeah.
yes, chef, manja baby.
I love him. When I saw the first trailer, I will say I was slightly disappointed that we didn't have like a rough, gravelly voice on top of that. But the more I see it and think about it, it grows on me. I'm like, no, I kind of like it. I dig it.
But at the same time, do you need to have,
No,
we're
you
just
don't.
so predisposed to having,
Exactly.
hey, what's
Exactly.
going on? But do you need it? You
Ugh.
don't, because you want, I think that the big thing about, the Fantastic Four, what's the first thing always about the Fantastic Four? Family.
Yeah,
So having their growly voice takes away from the humanization of Hulk.
exactly.
So that, but again, I think that this is the best casting out of the whole thing.
I Ralph Ineson's a pretty good choice for Galactus as well. If you ever
Sure.
heard that dude's voice is booming like and deep, and I'm like, dude, and he's a huge guy. He's a tall guy anyway, so I was like, dude, that was a great casting as well.
And Julia Garner, who's playing Shayala Ball.
Mhm.
Um, don't know her really from a lot of stuff, but again, she has a
She's a good
great.
actress.
Yeah, she's done a lot of horror, Sin
Mhm.
City. Um, yeah, so a lot of TV as well.
Yeah,
Uh,
Ozark. She was great in Ozark.
yep, The Americans. She had a recurring role on there, which was a
Yeah.
great series on FX.
Um,
But yeah,
yeah.
it's so much
Ex
on. It's so much.
Excited for the movie. You know, I'm kind of going in it. I'm trying to go in with low expectations so I don't get like disappointed by anything.
Oh, I'm completely going in with low expectations. Like
Not that I think it's
everybody,
going to be a bad movie, but just like I'm not going to get myself too hyped up about this.
nope. And again, that's just me, and it's not me being embittered from the previous movies. It's the fact that I just think that this is a throw the money at the wall kind of film, and they need to justify it. Like I think it's more the fact of how do you justify the Fantastic Four in here now when we just barely scratch the surface of mutants?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you're just trying to shove it in with Mjolnir.
Yeah, yeah,
Again, I wish everybody the best with the film. I hope it does gangbusters. I hope it helps set the course back for Marvel and Feige. But you got to do it right. And the
hmm
other big thing in this film is how do you honor Jack and Stan?
yeah. That's fair.
Okay. The one thing Marvel did get right is with Captain Marvel is that the whole opening Marvel was just Stan the whole time.
Yeah,
The whole opening. They did
yeah,
that right. This is it right on the page in the silver screen. They got to do this right.
yeah.
Whether it's honoring him as the mailman or this that, the other thing, it doesn't matter. They just did they just named Yancey Street,
Yep, I saw that.
Jack Kirby Way down in Manhattan or
Yeah,
Brooklyn, wherever the heck it is, down in New York City. Like that's awesome. Like that's how you honor, people have
absolutely.
made such changes in the industry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm soapboxing right now.
No, you're good. It's good. But you know, just to touch on the figures for a second,
Mm-hmm.
not super excited about them. I actually haven't touched one or purchased one or anything. You get Mr. Fantastic just has plain old stretchy arms, and you get the same old Invisible Woman stuff with a shield. Yeah, I don't know, man. And I've seen a few reviews that just don't get me excited about them.
Yep.
They kind of look good in box, but I don't feel like outside of box they'd be all that great.
They can look good on someone else's shelf,
Yeah, there you go.
not mine.
Sorry. Marvel Edge though, they got to make them for each movie. So
Yep.
now, oh wait, so okay, yeah, our silly little program has to end now. Doom demands it. Nothing I can do about it, guys.
He's got diplomatic immunity
He does. You know what I'm saying? He's probably watching in Latveria right now.
with his Doombots. But hey, folks, don't forget Like we said, this might be the week that is fantastic, but it's also San Diego Comic-Con. So coming at you next week, we're going to have the Play for Keeps San Diego Comic-Con Collectors Recap right here, 8 o'clock. It probably, and we'll be very honest, it will probably be an extended episode, kind of like we've just been rambling on tonight. But yeah, this will be next week. And this is everything we're going to go over as much as we possibly can, talking about everything that's happening right down the San Diego Convention Center this week on Harbor Drive. We hope that all of you who are watching, who are going, have a fantastic time. Have a safe time.
Yeah.
All right. I know that the Gaslamp District can be absolutely nuts. I lived there for 6 years and never went. Simple reason, 2 words: people soup. It is a madhouse down there. But have a good time. Stay tuned in our edition. We're going to be covering a lot of news this week. And of course, we've got a lot of great content coming out tomorrow night. As a matter of fact, we're going to have our comic book preview. Me, Ken, and Rich are all going to talk about a lot of these great big companies and what we can expect and hopefully see this week down at San Diego Comic-Con. Wednesday, we still got a whole slew of comic books coming out because that's what we do.
Yes.
Thursday, dropping in from the top rope, Rich and Sammy talking about everything that's going on in wrestling and AEW, ACW, WWE, and all the other letters that I don't know. But it's true, folks. It is a fantastic week. We really hope to see you come along for the ride. And to do that, you're going to make sure that you hit that like button, ding the thing, make it ring, and hit that bell for notifications. But that's more importantly after you hit that subscribe button, because you know what? Once you subscribe, you're going to be part of everything that is going on in the home for pop culture positivity. And if you like what we're talking about, hit that thumbs up. Let Michael, the GEO, know that we're doing our good job. You know, I've got my Spider-Man crossover with him this week as well.
Oh, fascinating.
Yes,
Wait.
we are excited. I'm sorry. It's been so much fun. If you guys haven't been following along, Michael, the boss, and I have been doing the Spider-Verse, Venomverse comic books.
Yes.
And we've been writing it from 2 different aspects, one from the Venom
Love
aspect and one from the Spider aspect. And it's just so much fun to be able to play in those characters. And I got my preview and oh my God, I instantly. It's with you?
With Ken this week. You just got so shell shocked.
Oh man. He's entering the Spider-Verse, a new challenger.
Oh, man.
We are excited to share the page with you. Turn the page.
It's still going to be awesome.
It'll still be great. And I already read the preview, and I instantly messaged Matt Groom, who was like, "Dude, you did the thing." That's all I can say. It is just an amazing run right now. And I wish I could get more of it. Give it to me now. But yeah, we thank you all so very much for joining us. We hope again you have a fantastic week for as long as possible.
Yes.
And as always, we just want to remind you, be cool, be safe, but more importantly, when you play
for keeps.
I'm out.
Peace.